Welcome back, students. Let's go ahead and take a look at this example. It wants us to find out if we can use the difference of squares to find the answer to this one, or to find the intercepts to this one. So let's go ahead and do exactly that. The first thing we have to do is find out if we can even use the difference of squares. Remember, there are three rules. The first rule is b must be missing. We do not have a b here, so we're good. The second rule is that the a values must be a perfect square. Well, we can square root 9, that'll give us 3. We know that's a perfect square. We can square root x squared, that's going to give us x, that's a perfect square. And our c term, the third rule is that our c term must be a negative perfect square as well. Well, there is the negative there, and 49 is a perfect square, so we square root, we get 7. Now, I've already started to do a lot of this work in my head, but let's go ahead and show you exactly what I did in my head. All right, so we know that we can do the square root of 9, and that is going to give us 3. And if you don't believe me, here's 9, square root button, 3. There you go. All right, we also know that the square root of x squared is going to be equal to x. I don't think I can do that on a calculator, but I hope you guys know that the square root of a square is just the thing that's right next to it. So there we go. All right, next equation, we're going to find the square root of 49. And most of you probably already know that that is equal to 7. But in case you doubt me still, 49 square rooted 7. All right, what does this tell us? This tells us that we have a 3, an x, and a 7. Now remember, we're going to write this twice, so 3x, 7. Now for one of these, they need a plus. The other one, we need a minus, and that is pretty much the end of that. So minus, plus, and we now have our binomial roots. Now in order to find out the x-intercepts for these, we need to set them equal to 0 and solve. So let's do that with the first one, and then we'll do it with the second one. Equals 0. All right, well, first thing we need to do is add 7 to both sides. So if we add a 7 over here, it will disappear. Add 7 over here as well. Last step, we're going to divide by 3. Well, 3x divided by 3 is simply x. And for this 7, we can turn it into a fraction. It would be 7 divided by 3, which is just 7 over 3. So our first x-intercept is going to be 7 over 3, comma 0. There is our first x-intercept. All right, second x-intercept we had was 3x plus 7 equals 0. So in this case, we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. This will cancel out. And we'll get negative 7 on the right. Last step is to divide by 3, so let's turn the 7 into a fraction. And there we go. There is our second intercept. All right, put it in front of a 0, comma 0, and we're done. So our two x-intercepts are 7 thirds, comma 0, and negative 7 thirds, comma 0. Thanks for watching, guys.